Boxing King Media, we are joined by Amaar Akbar, who's now 2-0. Amaar, it's 24 hours since your last fought. Your second bout, you fought on the BT Sports show last night, amongst many shows. You got a TV slot. Not everyone was lucky to get a TV slot in the second fight. Tell me how it went down.
It was a good experience. We took about 300 people down from Dewsbury, obviously from around Yorkshire. They've all come together.
Hang on a minute, did you just say 300 people?
Yeah, about 300
That's
people.
a lot of people, man. There's not many prospects out there selling 300 tickets for the second fight.
Definitely. Also, in Dewsbury, going down to Birmingham, that's about 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive. So massive respect to everyone that come down. And definitely the noise was loud. And as the fight was a good fight. Everything that I've been learning with Pat, I've tried working in the fight. Sharp job, staying composed, a lot of footwork, and it was good, comfortable fight.
Obviously, no one's expecting you to fight world beaters in your second fight. It's all about the experience. So you obviously went the 4 rounds. Compared to your first fight and compared to this one, what did you change? What did you add to your game that you were able to use in this fight?
Just being more aware, really, being aware of what's going to come back. And this time I was more relaxed, trying to actually work on stuff. Whereas the last fight I was tensed. It was just more of just get the win, really. But this fight I was in there. I was trying to work on stuff in the 4th round. I was working on stuff in the 1st round. I was just working on my jab. Trying to not miss with my punches and connecting with everything, really. And it was good. It was a good experience, really, with such an experienced, durable guy, Liam Richards.
And at what point did you find out that you were going to be fighting live on BT Sports? Because I'm guessing at some point you probably thought you might not be able to get on the live show. Meant to up to you.
It was 50-50, really. I didn't really know if I was going to be televised, but I think it was like on the Friday I found out that it'd be televised, and it's good because there's a lot of people that couldn't be there for this one because it's such a far away. It was such far away in Birmingham, so it's good that they watched it on BT Sports.
Okay. So obviously the whole experience, having people like John Fury doing commentary on you. I'm guessing you've watched it back. Have you watched it back?
No, I haven't watched it back. It hasn't been released yet, but hopefully when it does get released, I'll be watching it.
What have your family and friends said? The ones who watched it from home.
Definitely, they were all happy. They were saying I was more relaxed this time, even going into the ring. They enjoyed it a lot more this time, stress-free compared to the last fight.
What did John Fury say about you?
What they were saying, it was. I got a bit of feedback saying that he really enjoyed how I was composed. I had a good job, and they were comparing me a bit to Amir Khan style. So that's just massive praise there.
Was that from John Fury? Was that?
I think that was from one of the commentators. I'm not too sure, but I just got told.
Okay. You can't complain with a comparison like that. You know what I mean? So obviously your dad was in your corner yesterday. How was that experience having your dad giving you the instructions?
Yeah, definitely massive experience. Behind the scenes, it was all. I've been training with Pat Barrett because obviously he couldn't be there for this one. So the game plan was all set by Pat, and me and my dad, we just went over it. And of course, it's just amazing having my dad there. Really, for the first one, really, I take this as my pro debut because my last one was in lockdown. So just having all my friends, family, my dad in my corner, and it was just amazing, really.
Obviously, I was lucky to meet some of them today. Quite a big crowd turned out at this restaurant in Dewsbury. Is this one of your sponsors, Emojis Burgers?
Yeah, Emojis. It's a new place opened in Dewsbury. So after the after party was all here today. We had a little gathering. Just a big thank you to everyone, really.
Is this something you're going to be doing after every fight?
Hopefully, hopefully, It's all down to Emojis, really. This place, Dewsbury, it's a little small town, but before Emojis opened, this area were kind of there weren't much happening, but it's just lit everything up now. And it's definitely Emojis definitely taking over this place now.
If I'm going to pan the camera, just show people how nice this place is. They've spent some serious money in here, and it is very nice. And the food, to be fair, is bang on. Obviously, You fought last night. There was another big fight on last night. There were loads of fights on, but the one I want to talk to you about is obviously the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder one. Did you manage to get back home in time and watch that?
Yeah. I stayed awake to watch the fight. Two gladiators, or not. What it is with me, I can't really get sleep on the day of my fight because of the adrenaline. But I managed to watch that fight. Two gladiators just going at it. Big props to Wilder. He showed something, although he lost, he showed heart. He showed something that I'd never really seen in him before. Took a lot of damage, and he come back. He got the 2 knockdowns, but definitely, as Tyson he says he's a gypsy warrior, and you have to nail him down to beat him. And he proved it, didn't he?
What do you pick up? Because obviously spending a bit of time with you and Pat in the gym, and the reason I want to bring for you is his use of the jab, and he used that to perfection yesterday. And his corner hammered him, about using the jab, and I see Pat drills that into you as well. Did you pick up anything from for your own style from watching Fury?
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a lot of his inside work. He's very effective inside with his weight, knowing how to use his weight. Being a bit rough inside. I'm definitely not. If you watch now, a lot of the new pro fighters, they don't use much of the jabs. But like with Fury, he's always got it out there, and it's similar to how Pat teaches us. Everything off the jab, you use the jab, use the feints, and then everything comes off that. And definitely, I think it's like a throwback fighter. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, Tyson said last night that he thinks him and Deontay are 1 and 2. Can you see anybody else beating either of them two? In the current heavyweight crop, obviously we've got Joshua, we've got Dillian White, we've got Andy Ruiz. We've got Dubois, stablemate. There's loads of heavyweights out there. Which one of them do you think?
I see Fury as number 1. I think he retires undefeated. I don't think anyone beats him after what I've seen yesterday. He's got everything. He's got heart. He can box. He can fight. Whereas number 2, I don't know. I think it's a good. I think him and Usyk could be a good fight. But I think Wilder's just got that one punch power. If he hits you, he'll take you out. And I think I'd call him number 2.
And do you see anyone able to compete with anyone? What do you think will beat Deontay? And obviously, you think Fury will retire undefeated. What about Deontay?
I'd like to see the AJ fight, AJ versus Wilder, just because it's been built up for so long. I'd like to see it. I think AJ still. I think Wilder still wins that fight. I think he wins by knockout and all. But it's a great fight. I'd love to still see it.
Okay. Going back to yourself, obviously it's only been a day since your last fight. Have you got any idea when you might be out next Sunday, so your fans can plan when to save up for the next fight?
Hopefully, there's nothing confirmed yet, but maybe could be fighting in December again. A quick turnaround, which is good for me because I stay active. December, hopefully December 4th, if everything goes well, and that's the plan. But if not, then it'll be sometime early next year.
Okay. There's one fight I want to ask you about. A stablemate, somebody you trained with Lyndon Arthur. Obviously, it's not been announced. There's no official date or anything like that. But if Lyndon Arthur versus Anthony Yarde gets made, how do you see the second fight?
100% rocking with my guy Lyndon. I think this time he'll stop Yarde this time. I see Yarde. How I see the second fight going is Yarde coming out quick, and then Arthur taking over and stopping him late. I think. Yeah, definitely.
Amaar, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not much really. Just thank you everyone for supporting me throughout this journey, and and just big thank you to Emojis for the welcome, the hospitality today, and that's it.
I see you had Pat come down today as well.
Yeah.
A quick mention to Pat, as he said, when you're back in camp, what are you working on next?
I'll be back training. I'm training all year round really. So next week I'll have about 7 days off, and then I'll be back at it. I'll be back down in Manchester. Yeah.
Okay, sound. Amaar Akbar, thank you for joining us. Emojis restaurant in Dewsbury. Is it Dewsbury or Baton?
Yeah, Dewsbury. Yeah.
Dewsbury. I get confused between the two. So thank you very much for your time, and good luck, and see you again for the next one.